So law of the land, it says that you must not kill. It also says that you must not steal. You cannot sell alcohol unless you're licensed. The law of the land also states, this is more relevant to us, that contracts have to be fair. And as I've already advised, that the contract must consist of an offer, an acceptance and a consideration to be legally binding. In our world, in tenancy agreements, the offer is the property, the consideration is the rent, and the tenancy agreement is the acceptance. The tenant agrees to rent it. Here's some interesting facts about the law of the land. I don't know if you guys know this, but every time I tell the guys in training, it's actually quite funny. It's actually an act of treason to place a postage stamp bearing the British monarch upside down. Did you know that? I didn't know that until I first carried out this legal day training. I was going to do it once and see what happened. I didn't. It's also illegal for a cab in the City of London to carry rabid dogs or corpses. Did you know that?
Why would that?
Exactly. Some of these are so crazy. It's also illegal to die in the Houses of Parliament. I don't know what they'd actually do to you because you would be dead. So that would be an interesting. If that happened.
They rush you out.
Yeah, straight to the police station. This one's another funny one. In Lancashire, no person is permitted after being asked to stop by a constable on the seashore to incite a dog to bark. I really like this one, and if there's any pregnant ladies in here, please give that a go. In the UK, a pregnant woman can legally relieve herself anywhere she wants, even if she so requests in a policeman's helmet. I'm going to ask my daughter to try that because she's currently pregnant, so I'm going to say, go up to the nearest police officer and ask him. I don't think he'll somehow let her. And then this one's another funny one. In Chester, Welshmen are banned from entering the city before sunrise and staying after sunset. So the point of these funny stories is, as you can see, there's a lot that hasn't been updated. These are probably from way back when, years and years and years and years ago, before any of us existed. So, I'm about to create a contract now, and I need a volunteer. Who will volunteer for me? Sarah. Because nobody will volunteer. Come on, Sarah. So I'm just about now to try and create a contract with Sarah. So, Sarah, I, Dawn Bennett, give you... Let me just get my pen. Sarah Bond. Consent to kiss the Queen on her next visit for £1. Do you agree?
Yeah,
Okay, do you want to sign? You've done me out here, Sal. It says 20 quid on there, not a pound. Okay, so I'll sign that as well. Do we now have a legally binding contract based on the three things that make a contract? We have an offer, a consideration and an acceptance. Can Sarah kiss the Queen? Does anybody think she can?
as long as she's not upside down on it.
Say it again, sorry?
Only if you've got a prior contract with the Queen, I guess.
Absolutely. But I don't have a prior contract with the Queen, so obviously this statute would override me from giving this consent to Sarah to kiss the Queen. So unfortunately, you can have your £1 back and you can't kiss the Queen. Do you see where I'm going with the contracts? They have to be fair, they have to be legal, they have to comply with so many other things. You cannot just enter things into contracts that you desire. You just cannot do that. Law of contract will never ever overrule statutory, so you've always got to look for what is statute law, what is the law of the land, because that will always overrule any clause within a contract. Also, whatever you put in a contract cannot conflict with a person's statutory rights, which makes very much sense. You as the creator of the contract must be aware of your rights and of course their rights, because otherwise if you are doing your own tenancy agreements or any other contracts that you're entering into and you don't know both parties' rights, you may be creating a contract that's going to be null and void.